Hello everyone, this is Dr. Rosita again. Welcome to the second video of lecture on blockchain, which is the first part of module 4 on finance in digital transformation. Remember, towards the end of the first video, we have seen what makes blockchain so significant to businesses. In this second video, my lecture will focus on how blockchain has transformed various parts of economic units and also example of businesses that have adopted blockchain to improve their efficiencies. In this slide, we'll get the feeling that blockchain transformation is upon us. It all started with Bitcoin when it first appeared in 2009, and from there, the growth has not stopped at all. We can say that we are currently at a stage where organizations and enterprises start adopting blockchain. Its impact is undeniable, and industries are following the trend. The excitement for blockchain digital transformation idea is simple enough to digest. It allows distributed nodes or computers to connect with each other without the need for a centralized authority. Digital ledger is what makes it possible, where security, immutability, and transparency are the top 3 benefits. However, that's not what we are going to discuss today. In today's lecture, we will be focusing on industries that are currently transformed from blockchain. The blockchain is ubiquitous, and that can be used to solve diverse problems. For example, it is useful in banking as it makes cross-border payments faster and more secure. Whereas in finance, it can help companies to have more secure and faster transactions with complete transparency. Data store can also be a great use case for blockchain, as we can distribute data among nodes where it doesn't need to be a centralized authority. There are more blockchain business transformation examples which we are going to cover here. Many startups are already taking the challenge and are developing novel solutions based on the blockchain. It will digitalize the ecosystem better and ensure that we have a working infrastructure in a major industry that is directly connected to our daily life. In this video, we'll be discussing how an industry is transformed, and we also add some example along with it. So you see in this slide, 9 verticals or areas where blockchain transformation happen. The first is on technology. Blockchain has completely transformed how the technology works in different sectors. To understand it better, we have decided to subcategorize them as follows: cloud storage, Internet of Things, power management, and cybersecurity. In terms of cloud storage, until now, cloud storage worked in a centralized environment. It was effective, but it is also vulnerable to security threats and hackers. With blockchain, consumers can trust the cloud storage more, as it will move to a decentralized system where it is less likely to get exploited and will protect the data from being lost. Storj or STORJ is the prime example when it comes to decentralized cloud storage. Then, in terms of Internet of Things or IoT, which refers to the billions of physical devices, including your handphones, smartphones, computers. Those devices are around the world and now connected to the internet, all collecting data and sharing data. The key role of blockchain here is to ensure that the devices communicate with each other without any issues. Blockchain will also be able to store more information about the devices, how they interact, and build a network of trust among the devices. In short, blockchain will act as a basis of interactions and transactions that take place in the network. The key benefit of using blockchain in IoT includes trust building, low-cost implementation, and faster transaction. Many IoT blockchain applications caught our attention. However, the one that we want to discuss is IBM spotlighted blockchains, which are currently unlocking how business can utilize IoT with the use of blockchain. Next, in terms of technology, is the power and energy management. Energy management is necessary for a better future. We are living in a world where we need the power to do almost everything. We are also running low on methods to fulfill the energy requirement in the future. This is where blockchain transformation comes in. Blockchain will change how we store, distribute, and produce energy in the first place. Currently, there are many intermediates when it comes to energy supply. These companies take a huge chunk of the profit to ensure to deliver their service. With them gone, energy will become cheaper. To bring the ideas to life, many startups are working in the energy management sector. Last is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is a critical aspect of the current technology. Companies spend a lot of resources to protect their confidential data. They also want to protect their infrastructure from being exploited, including routers and also important devices. Not only that, other critical infrastructure such as transportation, power plants, and etc. also need protection against hackers. Blockchains will completely change how cybersecurity is implemented in the first place. Firstly, it will change how the organization keep data decentralized. This way, they can deny hackers one place to hack. It will also introduce a peer-to-peer network which further improve the security of the network. The startups or companies that caught our attention in the field of cybersecurity include Civic, Cambridge Blockchain, Gladius, Ledger, and much more. I will have to ask you to go through the other 7 areas where blockchain transformation has taken place, and we will discuss them during our meeting in May. In the next slide, I will discuss briefly on blockchain transformation in finance, which is item number 7. In finance area, blockchain is one of the emerging financial service technology of fintech, other than AI, big data, RPA or robotic process automation, and DEP. But it is still at a relatively low adoption rate. At present, we know that blockchain is the technology behind Bitcoin, and it has been used by major banks like JP Morgan Chase, and it is widely regarded as one of the largest opportunities for banks and other financial organizations today. For example, Essential estimates investment bank could save 10 billion by clearing and settling processes to blockchain. Some organizations are developing wider solutions, but most banks are implementing blockchain solution on their own. This is for processes like checking, money processing, and trade finance. This can be a significant impediment to smaller financial institutions without the means or money to develop a solution. However, with the rapid adoption of blockchain over the past few years, it will quickly become a mainstream solution for payments, fraud reduction, loan processing, smart contracts, and more. During our meeting in May, we are going to discuss how blockchain transforms assets into digital assets through a process called tokenization. Then we'll see the 4 types of token and also factors that are influencing their price, especially currency tokens like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then 2 weeks later, you will have a specific session discussing blockchain in finance in the third part of this module. Now we move on to the example of enterprises that implemented blockchain. The first enterprise that adopt blockchain is the famous Walmart, a retail company. Retail giant Walmart is one of the multinationals that has taken the lead in blockchain implementation. The company is leveraging in digital ledger technology to enhance data tracking and management process in its day-to-day operation. The company already implemented a blockchain system capable of tracking information right from the farmer to the broker, distributor, and retailer. In short, with blockchain, Walmart employees and consumers can now track products back to their roots. The next enterprise is British Airways. British largest airline, British Airways, is another example of companies using blockchain. In reality, it has also implemented blockchain technology to manage information about data flights between key airports in London, Geneva, and Miami. The airline is also testing a new blockchain-powered VChain verification service that has the potential to revolutionize the check-in process. With the new system, airlines and airport authorities will be able to verify the identity of people traveling against a database held on a blockchain. The system will counter-check the validity of travel documents without sharing personal information with third parties. Briefly on the other companies, we have Maersk, a shipping company that uses blockchain to track movement of shipments between ports. We have UPS and FedEx, both are shipping companies. They use UPS use it for logistic monitoring and management, and FedEx use it to enhance the process of settling disputes involving consumers. BHP Billiton, a mining company, use blockchain for supply chain management. Alibaba, a big e-commerce or retail company, use blockchain to track luxury goods. Another Chinese company, Tencent, use blockchain to verify invoice authenticity and ensure tax compliance. Then we have Baidu, a search giant, use blockchain to enhance intellectual rights management. Then AIA Group, an insurance company, use it to share policy data. And automotive giant Toyota use blockchain to enhance autonomous driving technology. In this slide, I've shown 11 enterprises that are implementing blockchain technologies to enhance service delivery and improve operational efficiency. Increased investment into the sector should lead to better innovations, all geared toward enhancing people's way of life. After seeing all these companies are leveraging on blockchain, it is completely practical if you are thinking about implementing the blockchain app into your own business or starting up something new entirely with blockchain. But do you actually need blockchain to fuel your business? In the next slide, we'll go over some questions that would be able to help you determine whether or not your organization actually need blockchain. The question here were developed by 101 Blockchain, and they are based on three aspects, which are digital asset and multiple parties, technical approach, and the network configuration. The questions are as follows. Question 1, do you need or want a middleman? As you might have noticed from our lecture, in blockchain, the main attraction is bypassing the middleman, the intermediary. Blockchain can now replace the central administrative system and make everything fair without trusting the middleman. Still, it is crucial to know whether your organization still require it or not. If the answer to this question is yes, then blockchain is not for you. If the answer is no, then you might be benefiting to utilize the blockchain app. The second question, do you want to work with digital asset? The e-commerce system is denominating the market now. So it's normal to have strong background to increase your sale. However, the owner of e-commerce platforms such as Amazon, Shopee, etc., decide on how your presence is in their platform. Or you might be too small for them so that the consumers might not notice you. However, with blockchain, you will be able to connect with your consumers without the need of the third party. Blockchain tends to put the light of the smaller business rather than making the big industries bigger. It will give you a place to grow bigger and better with all your digital assets. So if you're going to deal with digital asset, blockchain just might be the right choice. In finance specifically, going digital is eminent. There are many businesses where you can use tokens as digital asset and utilize them to get the job done. There are mainly 4 kinds of tokens that are available in the market now. There are currency tokens, which are used as currency on networks such as Bitcoin, Nano, etc. And then you have asset tokens, which represent particular physical product asset, such as DGX, DAO, gold, utility tokens, and also equity tokens, which represent the voting rights for a share of the network, such as LSK or LISC. We'll be discussing tokens in more detail during our meeting in May. Now, going back to our question, so if your answer to this question is yes, then blockchain can be a good way to go. There are obviously other ways to enhance your business without blockchain, but as blockchain will give you the freedom to innovate, it's a good call. If the answer to the question is no, then you might benefit more without a blockchain. You'll have to deal with digital assets on the network one way or another, so it's not necessary for you to go for the blockchain. Now, going to the other question, as shown in the slide, there are 9 more questions that we will need to consider to decide on using or not using blockchain. We'll discuss them during our online meeting. However, briefly, your organization can benefit from blockchain if your answer are yes to all questions except for questions number 1 and number 8. We have discussed question 1, but what about question number 8? What is the question? The question asks whether your requirement include large storage unit. Every business is different and comes with its fair share of requirements. One of the basic requirements is a storage unit. Now everything is being stored digitally. It's normal to expect a great load of storage space dedicated only to you. However, it might not be all a sunny day in the blockchain network. Blockchain works with many individuals at the same time. Providing a large storage unit is one of the struggles it is facing right now. Large storage units with all additional security channels will be costly in the long run. If you're thinking about a lifetime investment, then you would have to pay a minimum of $100 per gigabyte. That's a lot of money for a small amount of space. Every GB can accommodate up to 500,000 transactions. So if you're thinking about a massive industry level scheme working with millions of users, then we can really assess how costly blockchain can become. Also, if you are on other blockchain-based projects, you won't have to spend the money, but you will have to share your database with other big parties. In the end, it is still one of the flaws of blockchain. So going back to the question, if the answer to this question is yes, then blockchain might not be able to benefit you here because it becomes very costly. If your answer is no, then you should look into blockchain. It can fulfill your small scale demands without any security breaches. We are now at the end of the video. During our meeting in May, we will discuss few other topics related to the blockchain transformation. The other areas of blockchain transformation that has taken place, how blockchain transformation transform assets, how value of tokens changes, what are the factors that affect them, other use case of blockchain transformation and blockchain decision tree to help you determine whether or not your organization needs blockchain to develop or to become bigger. Next, you are ready to move on to the second part of module 4, which is on financial technology or fintech. Remember that blockchain is only one of the emerging fintech. There are AI, big data, etc. So pay attention on the similarities and differences between blockchain and the other fintech. That's all for now. I hope you have fun learning about blockchain and good luck with the rest of your lecture. Bye.